It's again, y'all. Oh, I got in the sun. Now let me go back up. I got in the sun for this good parking space. Let me see if anybody's gonna join me. I saw where some people, I saw D'Amico tag me, saying she was waiting on me. And I saw another post that said they're waiting on Princess Truth Tells Her to go live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, y'all know I gotta go to work, so I don't have a whole lot of time. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I don't know what made me park where the sun is like beaming down. Like I had other options this morning, but you know, y'all know me. This one right here pulled me up. Hey Michelle, good morning. This one pulled me up. So listen, I want to share some things with you. If you joined last night, you know why I'm doing this. If you did not join last night, you're going to have to catch up because I'm not telling you what's going on. I'm not. You're going to have to go and look at the video from last night to see what's going on today, this morning, and this evening. So I'm not going to fill you in. You must go yourself and look at that other video and see why it is that you need to pay attention this morning. Okay, so listen, good morning, Amanda. There are some very influential people that were in my life or are still in my life. I want to share them with you and give them a shout out on this morning. First of all, I have not since, and this is not to offend anybody, met anybody like my first pastors, my first original church, which was the Move of God Church on Anderson Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a Grady baby, so y'all already know. I thank God for how I grew up, but those two people taught me that if you're gonna live right, you're gonna have to do it the right way. You can't find loops and holes and stuff like that to get around. So Pastor Edwards and Francis Harris, I want to give a shout out to y'all this morning because you all are, I promise you, the reason why. Now, while my mom, who is Diane, has put so much in me, so much. I'm talking about living. I'm going to show y'all something in just a second. This is going to be real crazy. I'm going to show y'all something. Something just happened. And it's going to be real crazy. But anyway, my mom, she put a lot into me about how to live, how to live right, how to do right. Even though I strayed, she was very influential in my life too. Very, very, very valuable piece of, a part of why I am the way I am today. But again, Pastor Edward and Francis Harris, I thank you all for who you are in my life, or who you was, because I don't know if y'all know it or not, but Francis Harris is 100 years old, if I'm correct, and if Nita joins me, she's 100 years old this year, and that right there is amazing. Sorry, y'all, that was my good morning text from my husband. Good morning. I always call her Pastor Coates, and how you doing? Good morning. Okay, so there are some things I've wanted to do. So let me share this with you. So I've always wanted to go on a radio show, like a real one. And I'm not trying to belittle those of you that do blogs or podcasts or whatever. But I've always wanted to host a radio show. Or like, I end up doing one myself, but it ended up being, like online. And I did that, Truth Tells Her, and I truly enjoyed that. I really did. I did it through Blog Talk Radio, and so I just was excited about doing that. But I really, really, really want to go on a radio show. Like, I want to be either the guest or the host. Like, I love it, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. Another thing I've wanted to do in my life, and this is not too late, I'm just sharing these things with you because if you watched on last night, you know that we have something to do later on today. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to be the guest of some radio show and talk about some of my accomplishments. Okay, so as a little girl, I dreamed of being Dr. Angelo, like Angelou. Some of y'all say Angelo. So Like, I always wanted to inspire people the way she inspires people. I always wanted to speak life into people. And so I got the opportunity one year, thanks to my boss from Bear Creek Middle School. I always got the I got the opportunity, excuse me. I always wanted to be her, but I got the opportunity to go actually meet her. And God fixed it to where we were able to meet face to face. God is amazing. We were able to meet face to face, and she poured into me and speak into me. Now, the sad part about that is her words were powerful, but guess what I did? I took the words and I was like, I couldn't see it at the time based on the relationships I was in or whatever. Something was going on with me at that time. I had promised myself, is that better, y'all? I had promised myself I was going to do better, you know, whatever. But life, I just blamed it on life, blamed it on my situation, which I was at that time in a terrible situation, coming out of something. You know, it was just raggedy at that time in my life. But that woman spoke a powerful word to me about who I am in God, and she picked it up right away. And I have to tell y'all and share that story with you another time. Okay, so I've told you that there are some things that I wanted to do. Another thing that I wanted to do was I still do want to write books for some people that I grew up around or in my neighborhood. Or, you know, that I worked around. So I had the privilege and the honor to go to church with Cam Newton. Reverend Newton, now he can preach, y'all, I'm telling you. So I had that opportunity. So I really, really would like to be able or have the opportunity at some point in my life to write a book for either Cam Newton, Eric Berry, or the Berry twins, Trey Matthews, you know, some people like that, that I grew up knowing them, and I have always dreamed of being able to write a book for somebody in the NFL. And it's so funny because God has placed me around them, and then my fear is reaching out to them, asking them, you know, is there something you would be willing to let me do, because I'm not on a certain status or whatever. But I remember making hot dogs for the Berry Boys, and one of them, is it Pastor Colton? Yeah, I would like to write a book with them. That's a dream come true. So while I may continue to write a whole bunch of other books, that is a dream that I have. And then another dream that I have is to see one of my books. And I want to be a writer that writes all types of books. So you're not going to see like just fiction from me. You're going to see nonfiction, because I have to allow God to use me in whatever way he wants to. So for that, I want to see one of my books, my fiction books, come to the movie screen. You know, I want to see it turn into a movie. And I've always dreamed of being in a movie. I don't know why. Let me tell you, when I grew up, y'all, I would grow up and practice in the bathtub and be acting like I'm on some kind of soap opera. Like, I really was serious about that. I don't want nobody to think I'm crazy. I got enough other stuff that makes me look like I'm crazy. But I always wanted to be on a soap opera. And I just found out not too long ago that they have a Christian soap opera on Pureflix that I have not checked out yet, but so I can't give y'all no truth is heard on it. But I've always wanted to do that. Like, I actually pretended that I was talking to people. You know, I've been doing this since I was a little girl. And so these are things that I've dreamed of. These are things that I've always wanted to do, even before going to Cam Newton's church, Trey Matthews, meeting his mom, and, you know, being able to talk to the Berry Boys growing up, you know, at the school that they attended. I'm pretty sure there's some more kids out there that are doing great and amazing things. But that's just a dream I had before I even, you know, before I met them. So I think that's funny how God lines up things. I pray that God will move on my behalf in that way. And for those of you, like I said, that watched the video on last night, you know why I threw out all of this stuff. So I will see you guys at 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Mountain Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and anybody else time, you got to figure that out yourself, because I can't keep up. I will be coming back to you for that to ask you some questions. Now, let me show y'all this before I go into work. So this how we do. This how folks do. Right here. I'm gonna show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see how he parked, but just slung that car up in there. And since another car driving up, I can't like, it's making other people park cricket. And I can't show y'all this other car because I don't want folks to think I'm videoing them. But I'm not. But before this truck came up and this other car came up, I could show you better how this person just slung their car into this parking space and like got their car like in another parking space because they was in such a hurry to get out and get to this job. Anyway, y'all be blessed.